Sports rorts, bushfire rorts, community development rorts. Is there anything these guys don't rort? Now, Jommy T, our special correspondent and an expert, a former public servant, a bureaucrat himself, and an expert in rorts, has unveiled the latest numbers and the people behind the Regional Grants Rorts. It's called the BBRF, the Building Better Regions Fund. But it should really be called the Building Better Rorts Fund. And as usual, as with all the other rorts, which heavily favour political outcomes in Liberal National Party seats, the BBRF has taken a lot of unpacking, a lot of analysis by Jommy T. Firstly, it's secretive. It was only through a Senate estimates inquiry when we found out who's actually on this panel. And this is round 3 of the BBRF. This was something before the 2016 election, and it's staggered out in the out years, providing money for the Liberal Nationals to win seats in future elections. So who have we got here? We've got Michael McRortmac. We've got Brazen Bridget McKenzie. We've got Matt Canarort. We've got Simon Rortingham, Susan Lucky Lee, and Steve Iron Rorts. Those are our panel members. And what they've done is, and this is where it's so wrong, these programs are meant to run on merit. Something needs to be built, a project in rural Australia. So they rate them. The bureaucracy rates them according to merit. It gives them numbers out of 40. And a lot of these projects, which had higher numbers, which the bureaucracy had analysed, this is simply overridden by the ministers, by the panel for political gains. It's your money. It's a misuse of your money, of our money. That's the way it works. And that's why they call it pork barrelling. Now, of course, John Barilaro famously and Gladys Berejiklian in New South Wales have declared it's just politics. So instead of forking out the money to the projects which the government bureaucracy has rated to be most worthy, they farm it out, 70 to 80% generally is the sort of rule of thumb, to Liberal national marginal seats. That's where the bulk of it goes. Almost 90% of the third tranche of the BBRF went to LNP, went to Liberal and National Party seats. Now, it should be said that rorting is bipartisan, that the ALP, the Labor Party, also did it when they were in power, favouring political outcomes with public money, but nothing ever approaching the scale of what this current mob is doing. They've been there for 8 years and nothing has ever been like this. The sheer extent of it, the sophistication of it, the systemic nature of it, this secrecy and the manipulation of ministers for political purposes, dumping projects with merit in favour of projects which will win votes. And so when we see all these announcements around the country heading into the next election, which looks like it's next year now, we can be assured that a lot of this money, a lot of this spending will be proudly announced. We're building a new swimming pool, a new football stadium, wherever, but it will be politically targeted. A lot of it will be politically targeted. Now, this is on top. This is just the pork barrelling. This is on top of the other rorts, like Glasgow, the Glasgow rorts. They're telling the world the technology. They have a technology roadmap. That's not a technology roadmap. The money for carbon capture and storage simply makes the existence of coal mines and gas assets last longer. It is just a huge cover for subsidies for fossil fuels. And they're saying it's to reduce emissions. They're using our money to give to fossil fuels because carbon capture and storage does not work. It is not commercially viable. It is a mega rort. We've got some other rort exclusives coming up here at Michael West Media. Like this video if you'd like to see the government be held accountable for its rorting, for its misuse of your money. Support us on Patreon or buy some merch. You wear activewear to the gym, wear rortswear to your secret government meetings where you discuss your pork barrelling.